programme this week. The Swatch TTR World Snowboard Tour has a new champion. Find out who is the new boss, dear boss. And ski club rider James Machen comes in the top 15 at the European Freeski Open. Hello and welcome to the Snowcast.
Well, it's been event-tastic this week with finals going on all over the place.
Yes, over at the Burton US Open in Vermont, it was a tense wait to see who was going to be crowned the new TTR champion. In the end, it was Finnish rider Pitu Puroinen who walked away with the TTR trophy. Pitu has had a great season and placed 5th or higher in all the 6-star events he entered. The only man who could have stopped him was the 2006-7 champion Shaun White, who made a podium finish in every 6-star event he has attended. However, Shaun was out of the US Open due to an injured ankle, so all Pitu had to do was finish 8th or higher to become the Tour champion, and he managed it with ease.
So I came here to US Open and I heard that Shaun he hurt his ankle and he wasn't able to ride, so I just had to get top 8 in halfpipe and that's it. I got second and I won the PTR ranking.
Right now, we are going to bring up your 2008-2009 TTR World Tour Champion, taking home $50,000. Let's hear it for Pitu Puroinen!
Well, back in Europe, James Machen achieved a personal best at this year's Arage European Freeski Open in Lax. He came 14th in the halfpipe event, just one place behind world champion Kevin Rolland. James and his brother Robert will be back in Lax next week for the Brits, and Ski TV will be catching up with them, so look out for that.
Now, Zermatt has retained its title for another year in the legendary Moguls contest, the Boss de Boss. Teams of resort workers from Chamonix, Zermatt, Val d'Isère, Courchevel, Méribel and Verbier all battled it out in Chamonix to see who had the best skiers. Coach-load of supporters came to cheer them on and chill out in the spring sunshine with barbecues and beer. Glenn Plake is an annual fixture of the event, and as usual, he made a big entrance this year with his 70s catsuit and a signature Mohican hairstyle dyed blue. Ski Sunday's Ed Lee also had a go on the mogul course on his board and put in an impressive front flip on the final kicker. In the final, competition between Chamonix and Zermatt was fierce, but Zermatt ran away with it in the end. Afterwards, everyone carried on with barbecues and beer, and Glenn Plake treated them all to an unforgettable rendition of Sweet Home Alabama.
Amazing, I think I'd go just to see Glenn Plake sing.
Totally, he is an absolute legend. Now, the snow this week, well, it's like the second coming of winter. We had 2 weeks of warm spring sunshine across the Alps, and now the snow has returned. In Austria, there's some incredible powder conditions for early March. The Arlberg region, which we mention a lot, but they do get a lot of snow, has probably had the most snow this week, and the upper base in Lec has gone up by 1 metre since Monday.
Great stuff. Well, in France, after a snowy first half to the week, the blue skies have returned and La Plagne and Serre Chevalier are the resorts seeing the best of the weather at the moment.
In Switzerland as well, it's very good. Lots of snow in Wengen, Murren, Grindelwald, but there have been some high winds, so apparently the ski club reps are saying that the snow is not distributed that evenly across the mountains, so you've got to watch out for a high avalanche risk.
Over in Italy, it hasn't been snowing all that much, but resorts such as Sazadu have been receiving a fresh dusting, so that's something.
Yes, it is. That's something. In Andorra, sunny spring conditions predominate there, so it's going to be a little bit hard-packed, a little bit slushy in the afternoons, but it's sunny, so it's always good.
In Norway and Sweden, conditions are variable off-piste, so if you are there, stick to the higher ground and the green runs. That said, cloudy weather and snow is forecast for later in the week, with Voss in Norway expecting the most of the snow.
And in Germany, they've had a pretty good season. We've reported heavy snow there quite a few times this season. And heavy snow is around in Oberstdorf, Ried am Winkel, Spitzingsee and Garmisch.
In Bulgaria, they've had changeable weather, but Pamparovo and Borovets have had fresh snow this week.
In Scotland, it's been a snowy week again, which is very good. And there's currently skiing available at Cairngorm and the Nevis Range.
Well, going over to the USA, very exciting. In the western US, they're experiencing some fantastic powder. Utah and Colorado are both in the throes of big storms. On the East Coast, slightly different story. Spring weather conditions are prevailing there.
And in Canada, it's British Columbia's turn this week. They've got the best powder. Big White, Silver Star and Red Mountain have all got 25 centimetres on Tuesday night. It seems spring hasn't arrived yet.
Good stuff. Well, now moving on to what's on Ski TV this week. Watch out, it's spring, which means only one thing, the British are coming.
Now, before we go, we've got a little announcement to make.
Yes, we're proud to say that both the Times Online and The Independent have voted skiclub.co.uk as one of their top travel websites. The Times highlighted the snow reports, resort guides and technique tips as some of the best aspects of the site, whilst The Independent singled out the Ski Club's resort guide and snow reports.
Next week, the Snowcast will be back out in the mountains one more time, but of course you'll have to tune in to find out where.
Make sure you join us, same time next week. Bye-bye.